every single game, all the talking points, I give my thoughts and opinions. It was a very, very good match day, I must say. Some really good games, and it's set us up for some very interesting last couple of weeks, last couple of games in the Champions League, with a lot of teams now officially eliminated, and some of them I think already through. So yeah, a lot to play for now, and let me talk through the games. As always, let me know your thoughts on any of the games we discuss in this video. But yeah, let's begin. So we did do a predictions video, so I can look at my predictions here. So start off here, Dinamo Celtic ended 0-0. I predicted 2-2. So I mean, I thought there would be goals in this game, considering both defence is not amazing, but I mean, I was quite wrong. However, I was right about the draw. To be honest, I think a draw was kind of a fair result, although Celtic were probably the better side slightly. Both teams had chances, but couldn't really take them, and I think both teams will definitely take the point as well. Like, they're in pretty decent positions right now, they'll take the point. Frustrated if they couldn't get the victory, but I think it was probably a fair result on reflection, and I'll show you the tables afterwards, but I think, both actually in hindsight, the point is a decent one and puts them in very good positions, particularly Celtic as well. Okay, Leipzig, Aston Villa. So I actually predicted Leipzig would win 2-1. It was actually 3-2 Aston Villa versus Leipzig. Absolutely incredible game. Very entertaining and a massive victory for Villa. Massive victory for them. This win has pretty much secured that they're gonna get top 8 finish, which is pretty nuts considering this is their first time back in the Champions League in a very, very long time. So for Villa to be performing the way they have is exceptional. Leipzig have been pretty bad in the Champions League, but still going away from home against Leipzig and beating them is a very impressive feat. So well done to Villa. They had to fight for it. Sean Duran's got an absolute screamer. And then Ross Barkley, of all people, came off the bench towards the end to get the winner, which is great. But yeah, Villa, absolutely exceptional. John Duran scoring again in the Champions League. He's been crucial to them in the Champions League run. And what an amazing victory. I mean, I was at what on earth was some of their defending, though. Like, for that, I think it's the Leipzig first goal. What on earth went on there with, like, Emi Martinez and I think it was Konza. But, oh well, they got the victory. Huge victory for Villa. And what an exceptional Champions League campaign it has been for them. Now, Leipzig, I mean, it's probably been the worst Champions League campaign possible for them. They have now lost every single game, 6 losses from 6. And they were officially the first team to be knocked out of the Champions League this season, which is pretty mad. Now, I know Leipzig have had some really hard games in the Champions League, right? Like, they had Juventus to play, they had Atletico Madrid, Inter. They've had some really tough games. Villa now as well is not an easy one. But, I mean, it's pretty bad to be losing 6 out of 6 games. That's not even get 1 point. That's a joke. And yeah, this game, they only really have themselves to blame. They actually had a couple chances. I think a bender or somebody had like a really good chance when it was 2-2 to score and make it 3-2, but they missed it and then they got punished. And yeah, it was a really disappointing one for Leipzig, who, what a disastrous campaign in the Champions League has been for them. Absolute disaster, and yeah, probably quite a big shock they've been knocked out this early. I don't think anyone expected that. Okay, next up we have Club Brugge 2, Sporting 1. I actually got this bang on. Fair play, I'll definitely take that. Yeah, Club Blue pulling off the victory. I did think, them being at home, they've been pretty decent in the Champions League. Sporting new manager haven't been amazing. Club Blue would manage to get the victory, and they did get the job done. They definitely deserved it. They had a lot of chances in this game. I thought Hans van Aken was absolutely superb as well. He was superb. He was instrumental in both goals. And yeah, Club Brugge did really good. Sporting had I think a chance at the end to make it 2-2, but overall, Club Brugge did amazing. Victor Gyklash didn't really have any chances. I can't really remember him doing anything. So Club Brugge did really well to stifle Sporting, created lots of chances for themselves. I think Sporting actually took the lead in this game as well, so Club Brugge did fantastic to come back, and a really big victory for them. But Sporting, that's a damaging loss, and you know, they are really struggling without Ruben Amorim. I mean, look at their form now. Really, really bad. That's now 4 losses in a row. Yeah, things are not looking good. Things are not looking good for Sporting, who are on a downhill trajectory and could be in a little bit of trouble in their next 2 games as well. If they don't win those, they actually could go from being potential dark horses in the Champions League to maybe not even qualifying, which is pretty crazy. Next up, Atleti 3, Slovan Bratislava 1. I said it'll be 2-0 Atleti, so I got the right goal difference there, but I know it's pretty routine one. Atleti dominated Slovan Bratislava fairly comfortably, won this game. I mean, a little bit of a scare when Bratislava scored their penalty to make it 2-1, but yeah, I mean, Griezmann managed to get 2, Julian Alvarez scored a really good goal. Atleti, I believe that is now 10 wins in a row in all competitions. They are on some really good form right now, and yeah, they look fairly comfortable in this game. Griezmann has been absolutely superb recently and continued in this game to be. But I mean, yeah, Slovan Bratislava are a pretty bad team, definitely maybe the worst team. Actually, I don't know about that. Maybe that's a bit harsh on Bratislava. I would love to see them against young boys, who we'll get on to, but I mean, Bratislava, to be fair, they scored a goal and they didn't get slapped, so I think they'll be pretty happy with that and their overall performance. They definitely take that, but yeah, simple 3 points for Atleti in this one. Next up, we have Borussia Dortmund 2, Barcelona 3. An absolute banger of a game, or really a banger of a second half. I thought the first half was okay, but they really came to life in the second half. I think all of the goals came in the second half, didn't they? Which is pretty mad. I said it would actually be 2-2, so I was expecting goals, but yeah, Barcelona came out with a victory, and it's a big victory for them because that's pretty much all but confirmed. I don't think it's mathematically done, but that has pretty much confirmed that they're going to get a top 8 finish, Barcelona. So well done to them. They had to fight for the victory. I mean, it was a pretty crazy second half. Some of the goals they scored were pretty nice, like Ferran Torres' second goal. That pass by Lamine Yamal was absolutely superb. And I mean, the thing with Barca and Dortmund, I mean, it honestly felt like a basketball game at points this in the second half. Like, they were just going end to end. Barca's high line was getting exposed quite often in the second half, which is something, you know, obviously has its perks, but it's starting to cause a bit of problems. And Dortmund actually managed to get in behind that a couple of times, managed to get their second goal through it, through Girassi, who managed to get a brace in this game. Kubasi, by the way, I don't know what on earth he was doing for that penalty given away so cheaply. But yeah, in the end, Barca managed to get the victory. Big win for them, big victory. I think they probably just about were the better side and deserved it overall, but yeah, Dortmund did play pretty well. Fair play to them. They'll be disappointed they didn't get anything from this game. Yeah, I mean, both defences were pretty bad, but both attacks were pretty good. Very entertaining watch as a neutral, but disappointing one for Dortmund. Great victory for Barca. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Juventus 2, Manchester City 0. I did predict Juve would win. I said it would be 1-0. It was 2-0. And oh Man City are absolutely in the mud right now. This is a big loss for them. A big loss. I said it before in my predictions video. I said, you know, both of these teams kind of need a victory here. And particularly Man City, if they would lose this, would be in some serious trouble. And they have gone ahead and lost it. It was kind of in the fashion which I said as well. The reason I predicted 1-0 was because I thought Juve are very good defensively. They're just going to hold out. Man City would struggle to create too many chances. And then Juve from a counter would manage to score a goal and then hold on to the lead. I was right. In fact, they managed to score 2. Both goals were actually really good, by the way. I mean, Gatti's little over bicycle kick was pretty impressive, and then so was McKennie's finish. But I mean, I give you today props first, so I cook Man City here because fair play to them. They execute their game plan well. They limited City to not too many big chances, and when they did have a big chance, the Gregorio in goal, absolutely superb. Really top goalkeeper. And yeah, their counter-attacks were really effective, really good, clinical, and is a big win for them. Under Thiago Motta to put them in a decent position now to hopefully qualify for the next rounds. But Manchester City, oh my word. I mean, the defending for this was absolutely despicable. The thing I noticed really was the lack of sort of trying, like defensive work rate was abysmal. Because particularly if you look at the second goal is a disgrace. Second goal is a disgrace from Man City point of view. Dogu loses the ball, gives up. Kyle Walker, I think is fair. Another player's there. They don't go immediately to press the ball and like engage and try and win it back. They sort of just half go press, easily gets played in behind them and through to the midfield. Suddenly they're breaking. Now Man City still have numbers back at this point. It's like a 3v3, and yet they somehow leave Weston McKennie completely free. Like there's nobody near him. Like, are you kidding me? Who's marking him? And then even then, like the ball gets played out wide to Timothy Weah. By that point, I think another Juve attacker's joined. No Manchester City player has got back by that point. Like Kyle Walker, you're meant to be fast. How have you not got back? He was like jogging back. Same with I think Gundogan. It's just absolutely disgraceful defending from Man City. Haaland had a chance, missed. De Bruyne, I mean, created a couple chances, but yet again kind of stunk out the gaff. Again, first goal, De Bruyne loses the ball, just sort of gives up, doesn't even try and win it back. Man City are over, they're finished. That's 7 losses in their last 10 games. 7 losses. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. And they're in trouble. They are really in trouble of not qualifying now. I'll show you the table in a sec, but they've got PSG in their next game who equally have to win that game. If one of those lose that game, they're finished. They are finished, and Man City are in some deep trouble. I swear, if Man City don't even make it to the playoff rounds, they don't even make the top 24 of the Champions League. Oh my days! We're gonna have a whole meal. It's gonna be like the biggest mukbang you ever see. Like, it's gonna be the best cookout session ever. It's gonna be so good. Anyways, let's move on to the other games. So, Girona 0, Liverpool 1. Mo Salah with the only goal of the game. Gives Liverpool the win, which, like Barcelona, I don't think it's mathematically done, but pretty much confirms Liverpool are going through into the next rounds. They continue their 100% record, the only team to do so in the Champions League. Don't concede again, but I will say the performance was actually quite poor. It was quite poor from Liverpool. Like, Girona actually had a ton of chances. Liverpool were very lucky not to concede. Like, Alisson came back in the squad, and fair play to Alisson because he made some top saves. Like, look at that, he got an 8.4 rating. He pulled off some amazing saves. And Girona can be really disappointed. They were really unlucky they didn't manage to get anything from this game. You know, Liverpool had a couple chances. In particular, Darwin Núñez. I mean, oh my days, this guy stunk out the place yet again. So poor. He had like 2 good chances, squandered them as usual. But besides that, I mean, Liverpool really didn't offer too much. The penalty was quite soft as well on Diaz. So yeah, it wasn't the best performance at all by Liverpool. But they got the job done. And that's kind of all that matters really at this point. and that's a good sign, I guess, that they can play that bad and still manage to win. That's good, but yeah, they will need to step up that performance in their next games if they really want to keep on challenging for the Champions League right now, because it wasn't the best performance, but they did manage to get the job done. So well done to them. Next up we have, for me, the best game. It was absolutely superb. Atalanta 2, Real Madrid 3. I did expect fireworks, I did expect goals, and we got a great game. We got an absolutely great game. Yeah, Real Madrid come out on top with a victory, a big victory for them. Kylian Mbappe looked really sharp in this game. He looked really good. His goal was absolutely superb, like the touch, turn, bang. Oh, it was beautiful. That was sort of like, I guess it's kind of weird to say retro Mbappe, but that's the Mbappe we all know. And he was overall playing really well, looking really good. Like I said, it's kind of retro Kylian Mbappe this game. And then he gets injured. I'm like, this guy's luck. He's actually cursed Real Madrid right now. This guy, for one game, he's actually playing really well, and he gets injured. So yeah, that was disappointing. But Real Madrid, I mean, to be fair, after he came off, they really did lack quite a bit of threat. You could see they lost him in attack. They didn't really have too much threat going forward after that point. Like Vinicius managed to get a goal, which was a really clinical finish, but he didn't really do too much. He was nullified for most of the game. Obviously, I think first game back from injury. But yeah, Madrid in the second half in particular didn't offer anything going forward. They were quite poor, yet somehow managed to score 2 in 3 minutes, which is just a sign of the quality players they have. Vinicius only takes half a chance, bang, same with Jude Bellingham, who overall Jude Bellingham was absolutely superb. He continues his amazing form in front of goal, but I was really impressed with his overall display in this game. His work rate defensively was superb, the way he was carrying the ball forward, winning fouls, getting stuck in, his passing as well. Yeah, it was just a complete performance from Jude. And yeah, Real Madrid in the end just about managed to hold on to the victory. Lookman, I did feel really bad for him. He scored an absolutely amazing goal. Absolutely cooked Vasquez. And yeah, Atlanta huffed and puffed, but couldn't get the goal in the end. I mean, Radegi though, what on earth, that chance at the end. I'm not sure if it was actually onside or not, but how on earth has he missed that? Yeah, Madrid were a little bit lucky to come away with the win. They, in the second half, were kind of destroyed by Atalanta, but they managed to hold on, and it's a huge win for them. They definitely needed the victory, and they got the job done. That's really all that matters. Atalanta will be very disappointed they didn't get at least a point, considering they had the chances. They played really well in the second half, but they couldn't take them, and they were sort of undone by 2 bits of brilliance by Vinny and Jude. So disappointing one for Atalanta, but yeah, I mean, they show they can go toe-to-toe with Real Madrid. So yeah, next up we have Bayer Leverkusen 1, Inter Milan 0, a 90th minute winner from Nordi Mukiele. Absolute scenes in this one, and it was completely deserved by Leverkusen. They were completely on top. They deserved to score a goal all game. They were peppering Inter, but just couldn't find the back of the net until they eventually found the net. Nordi Mukiele was a bit of a scrappy one, but that's all that matters. And yeah, incredible performance I actually thought from Bayer Leverkusen. I was really impressed by them. Florian Wirtz yet again, absolutely integral to everything that happens at Leverkusen. Played really well. Yeah, overall Leverkusen, as I said, they dominated Inter. They were on top for most of the game. Really unlucky not to score more or score earlier, really, in expecting them to offer at least something going forward. Like, they were just super defensive, didn't offer anything going forward. Leverkusen completely controlled the game, completely bossed them, which I credit to Leverkusen, because of course Inter are a very tough side to play, but I was really expecting more from Inter. It was a poor display from them, but a big victory for Leverkusen, who are looking really strong to get in the top 8. They've been superb in the Champions League. Besides that Liverpool game, they've been absolutely brilliant. So well done to Leverkusen, have a huge win. Right, next up we have Brest 1, PSV Eindhoven 0. Brest, I mean, wow. They have just been one of the biggest shocks of this Champions League so far. What a story. They pick up another victory here, beating PSV. PSV have actually been really good, so to beat them is a massive victory, and puts them in a really good spot actually to get into the top 8. You know, he actually had some pretty good chances as well. Like, they didn't get battered in this game. This guy, Balde, I mean, I don't know how this guy didn't manage to score a goal. He had like 2 golden opportunities which he couldn't put away. Bizot was really good in goal though. Kept Brest in it and kept them alive. He made like a crazy save at the end where he like saved it onto the post. It was superb. But yeah, what a victory for Brest. What a victory for them. The fairy tale, I guess, keeps going. Their first season in the Champions League, and they have been absolutely amazing. Well done to them. Not a good one for PSV though. Not a good one. Salzburg 0, PSG 3. Ramos, Mendes and Doué with the goals. Much needed victory for PSG. They knew they had to win this game, and they completely dominated Salzburg in this one. I mean, look at that. Salzburg only had 3 shots, 1 on target. PSG bossed the game, dominated them. Could have been more. Like, Gonzalo Ramos missed like an open goal pretty much. Ashraf Hakimi in this game in particular was absolutely superb. Managed to get 2 assists in this one. Nuno Mendes, fantastic finish for his goal. Yeah, really professional job by PSG. They had to win. They needed the points. They got the job done. So well done to them. Keeps their hopes alive in the Champions League. Salzburg, though, I'm pretty sure that means they're done. They're finished. Yeah, absolutely battered. Shakhtar 1, Bayern Munich 5. A demolition job from Bayern Munich in this one. And yeah, it puts Bayern in a really good position to get into the top 8 now. They're well and truly back in contention for the top 8. An absolute battering of Shakhtar. They did go 1-0 down, actually, but Michael Elise, oh my days, what a show he put on. I mean, his second goal was absolutely unreal. Draw bars like the whole team. It was superb. I'm surprised he was actually put on penalties, but it was a great pen to be fair. But yeah, that was interesting. By the way, I don't know what on earth this goalie was doing. Like, for the Elise goal in particular, like, what on earth? He just sort of like, Elise was dribbling and he just dived already. Like, Elise didn't even do a fake shot or anything. I don't know what he was doing. And yeah, Musiala's goal again sat down the keeper. Thomas Müller managed to score a goal as well, which is nice to see. But yeah, superb performance from Bayern Munich, who are really kicking into gear now, and they look superb. They look really good. Lille 3, Sturm Graz 2. A really good game here, actually. Really good game. Lille eventually get the win. They definitely deserved the victory. They were the better side, but they had to fight for it. They went 2-0 up and then threw it away instantly to make it 2-2, and then later on scored. But yeah, I mean, Lille had the better chances. They were the better side overall in the game, so it would have been a really poor one if they didn't manage to win this game, because they were so much better than Sturm Graz in this game, but they couldn't put their chances away. However, eventually Harrodson late on came off the bench and got the goal to give them a win, and it's a big one because Lille have done really well so far, and that has really kept them in contention for a top 8 finish. AC Milan 2, Red Star 1, Leao and Abraham with the goals. Milan eventually get the job done. I mean, they absolutely battered Red Star. travesty if they didn't win this game. They eventually did. Rafa Leao and Tammy Abraham in particular, particularly Leao, balled out in this one. He absolutely balled out. His goal was superb, and overall he was amazing. Leao, he always has that ability to just destroy a team single-handedly, and he was having one of those days. Tammy Abraham, though, fair play, came on. I think I'm guessing got injured, but came on and he was superb. Managed to get the winner, but overall was really, really good. I've been really impressed with him at AC Milan. I think it's very good to see him sort of rediscovering his form, slowly getting back to his best, which is nice to see. But yeah, Milan, they were actually kind of lucky they didn't lose this. I think at 1-1, Red Star had a chance to make it 2-1, which became really narrowly close. Red Star actually had a couple good chances on the counter-attack, so Milan were kind of fortunate that they did eventually win this game. But it's a big, big victory for them. They needed to win it, and they got the job done. Arsenal 3, Monaco 0. Yeah, a pretty routine victory for Arsenal. Again, absolutely battered Monaco. Had plenty of chances. Should have been 4 or 5 really, but they couldn't put those chances away. Like Martinelli had a good chance. Jesus had 2 1-on-1s. To be fair play to the keeper who made some good saves on Jesus for those ones. But Arsenal really picked off Monaco on the counter-attack in particular. Arsenal were superb. Monaco as well. They kind of forced themselves into trouble like that. That Saka goal was absolutely awful. The second one was absolutely awful. Miles Lewis-Skelly though, great performance from the youngster. Amazing contribution. That pass for the first Saka goal was superb. Jesus as well, even though he didn't get the goal, his overall play was really, really good. A complete performance from Arsenal. Comfortable victory. I do say comfortable. Monaco actually had some good chances. They definitely had some chances and were kind of unlucky not to score a goal. But Arsenal get the job done. At home. Benfica 0, Bologna 0. Yes, stalemate here. Benfica should have won this game. They had lots of chances. Looking at 15 shots. Bologna only had 1 shot on target. But Benfica couldn't take those chances. To be fair, Bologna, they did have a really good chance. I think it was Delinga, but he completely messed it up. Drew it well though. This Bologna goalkeeper was absolutely superb though. I've actually been really impressed by him. So far in the Champions League in general, he's been really, really good, I thought. So, yeah, he had another good performance, and this is a really disappointing one for Benfica because this is a great chance at home against Bologna, who I don't think have won a game yet, to get 3 points on the board and really put themselves in a good position to qualify, but they're going to get the job done, and yeah, they might be in a bit of trouble now because of it. Feyenoord 4, Sparta Prague 2, a comfortable victory for Feyenoord. Really easy victory for them. Clinical. Sparta did have a couple decent chances, but Feyenoord were clinical. I did not realise Feyenoord Stadium. I actually really like their stadium. It looks so hostile because it looks like there's so many people there because everyone was standing up. It was a really nice stadium, I thought. But yeah, that's just a side note. Sparta Prague. To be fair, this was a much better performance than their last one against Atleti, where they got battered at home. But yeah, not good for them. Feyenoord though, after that result against City, they're in a good position to qualify. And Stuttgart finally beat Young Boys 5-1 again. A demolition job. Absolutely superb performance from Stuttgart. Young Boys, they did take the lead in this game, at least, but they were absolutely abysmal yet again. They've been absolutely whooped by almost every single team they play. They are so bad. I thought this man here, Fabian Rieder, who ironically I believe used to play for Young Boys, was unbelievable. He got 3 assists in this game. He won a penalty. He was superb, absolutely superb. Sorry, didn't win a penalty, but he was absolutely amazing. Fabian Rieder, Frühling scored an amazing goal as well. Yeah, overall, yeah, a little bit of a scare early on, but they managed to get the job done. Angelo Steeler as well, again, superb. Stuttgart get the win. So yeah, now let's have a look at the table. So this is the table. Liverpool and Barca, as I mentioned, are pretty much almost certain to go through. However, it's very, very tight between third, which is currently Arsenal, and I mean, you can go all the way down to 19th Club Blue. Only 3 points separate these guys, so none of these guys are secured. It's really only Liverpool and Barca unless they completely mess it up. Those two should be in the top 8, but it's all to play for here. It's currently Arsenal, Leverkusen, Villa, Inter, Brest and Lille in the top 8. But then, you know, these guys are all fighting for it right now. It's all to play for. And then really, you know, I think from Real Madrid below, these guys don't really have a chance of getting top 8 unless they win both their remaining games, and you know, all of these guys mess up. I think it's really from Club Blue above. These are the only guys who have a chance. So I think Real Madrid, that win is big. They just need to win like probably one of their remaining 2 games and they're through. But I mean, Celtic are in a pretty good position. Man City though in 22nd here on 8 points, and PSG here in 25th with 7 points. Boy, next Champions League game week is going to be huge. They play each other. I mean, if Man City win, they should be fine, but that'll pretty much knock out PSG almost. And then PSG, if they win, then Man City are going to be in some real trouble, and PSG could potentially be through. So yeah, all to play for. Young boys, Bratislava, Leipzig are all mathematically done. Bologna are, I don't know if they're mathematically, but they are pretty much done. And then Salzburg, Red Star, Girona, Sturm Graz again. I don't think they're mathematically done, but they're pretty much done. So it's really now between Sparta Prague, who have an outside chance of going through. Same with Shakhtar. Yeah, to be honest, it's really, these guys are pretty much done. It's Stuttgart, PSG, who are the ones fighting to stay in. So it'll be interesting. It's really between Real Madrid, Celtic, City, PSV, Zagreb, Dinamo Zagreb, PSG, Stuttgart. For those 2 of these have to miss out. We'll see who misses out. But yeah, that is my review of the Champions League games. Let me know your thoughts on all of the games we discussed.